Little inspiration for you, a little motivation for you this Monday morning as we get our morning started, as we get our week started. Let me drop this down here. As we get our week started, a little inspiration, a little something to shift your mindset. Hey, what are you fighting for? I wrote that down as one of my last notes. What are you fighting for? What's the thing that we're fighting for? Like the thing that we're going after, the vision I'm sure that you have written down, but do you wake up every day knowing what you're fighting for? Why go through any of this, right? I wrote down, right? Life is about what happens when you bounce back up, right? After you get knocked down. It's assuming it's known that we're all gonna get knocked down, right? That we're all gonna get knocked down. Life is gonna come knock you down in some form or fashion. In your health life, in your finances, in your relationships, with your work, like whatever it is, it's gonna knock you down. Question is, how quickly do you get back up? How quickly do you get back up? And if that you maybe you're down on the mat a little bit longer than you need to, then the question is, what are we fighting for? What makes you pop back up? What makes you get back up quickly and say, "Hey, let's get after this." Take the punch and then keep on going? Or do we take the punch from life and then lay down and then start to doubt and then start to worry and start to think, oh, this isn't for me. Oh, this is a sign. Oh, maybe I should. And all of a sudden, we're knocked out. We're still laying down on the mat. So what are you fighting for? I think we have to know that. It's really important. Otherwise, why are we doing any of this stuff? Why do any of it? Why read any of the books? Why listen to any of the things? Why push ourselves and to get out of our comfort zone if we don't know what we're fighting for? It's incredibly important. Whatever it is that's scaring you, you got to run towards it. You got to stop running from it. Whatever it is that's challenging you, whatever it is that's scaring you, whatever it is that your natural inclination is, let me go away from that. We got to shift that mindset. We got to run towards it. We got to run towards that tough conversation, that crucial conversation with that person. We got to run towards the skill sets we need to learn that make us uncomfortable in business or with our finances. We have to run towards that challenge in our health life that we're just not paying attention to, that we're choosing not to fix, we're choosing not to sacrifice for. Maybe we don't want to give up the sweets or we don't want to give up the food or whatever it is, and we're just going to keep going. Whatever it is that we need to focus on, that we need to actually conquer, we need to focus on it and run towards it head on. It's just a reminder, just a reminder for all of us that whatever you're scared of, you got to run towards that thing. It's going to create more fear. It's going to create more indecision. It's going to create less self-confidence if you keep running away from the things you know you need to do, from the things that are helping you get to the life you don't need a break from. Whatever that looks like in your life, you got to stop running from it. Take some ownership. Take some ownership of your life. This is the way of the entrepreneur mindset. I would always say, I've said this language for years and years and years. It's not about just having a job versus not having a job when we talk about the employee mindset versus the entrepreneur mindset. The mindset of an entrepreneur is if it is to be, it's up to me. It's ownership. We all need a little bit more entrepreneurial mindedness. It doesn't mean you don't need to have a job. It means you need to take ownership, more ownership of your life, more ownership of your health, more ownership of your relationships, more ownership of your finances. Yes, more ownership of your income, right? Like that is what the life is about. Having the entrepreneur mind is saying, I'm going to take ownership of it. It's my fault. The reason my relationships are this way is because of me. The reason my finances are this way is because of me. The reason my business is this way is because of me. The reason my health is this way is because of me. It's not because of the company or my boss or the work schedule or this thing or that thing, right? That's not it. We take ownership, and that's what we need to practice. If you want to go off and get to the life that you want, the life you don't need a break from, you have to take ownership of every aspect of your life. And we need to, again, after we take ownership, start applying the things that we know. Stay away from the dream stealers. I hope you all know that. Stay away from the dream stealers. You've heard me say it millions of times. You're the average of the five people you spend the most time with. You're the average of the five people that have your ear. You might not see them physically, but they might be on your text thread. They might be in your group chat. They might be on your phone. They might be on your social media, whatever it is. You're the average of the five people you spend the most time with. So look around at those five people. You become the average of them. What type of money are they making? What type of relationships do they have? What's their health life like? Are they challenging you? Do they push you? Or do they allow you to be complacent, allow you to be comfortable, allow you to stay where you are? This is important if we want to get to the life that we want, that we don't need a break from. You got to audit your circle. You got to audit your circle. If the people that are around you are not pushing you, guiding you, helping you get to where you need to go, you have to slowly separate from them so you can get around the people, around the environments that are helping you get to where you want to go. I know, easier said than done. You've known these people. This has become your peer group. This is your socioeconomic background. This is where you feel the most comfortable. But what do we always say? You got to get out of your comfort zone. If you want to make things happen, you got to get out of your comfort zone. So that might mean you need to change your friends, you need to change your circle, you need to change what you're inputting, you need to change the conversations you're having. Some people are having conversations that are below your level that are not, and you're just entertaining them. Maybe that's not what you need to do in this season. Maybe we need to go get into some bigger rooms, some better rooms, have some better conversations, getting away from the dream stealers, getting away from the people that have the limiting beliefs that say, "Oh no, you can't do that," or "Oh, that never works," or "Oh, that's not how you're gonna make it." You got to get around the people that encourage your ideas, that encourage and challenge your thinking, that help you think bigger, that ask you good questions, that help your brain go to the direction that it needs to go to get to the life that you want. I wrote down you got to be prepared. That's what this season is about. It's about getting prepared for the life that you're asking for. That's what this whole mindset training, us continuing to grow, it's about you building the capacity you need to handle the life that's up ahead. You building the capacity. How do we build the capacity? We go through the rough times. We go through the ups and downs. We go through the adversities. We learn from them. We don't make the same mistakes over and over again. We don't think about life the same way, expect a different result. That's the definition of insanity. We keep trying, we keep pressing, we keep changing, we keep learning, we keep growing, we keep evolving, we keep becoming, we keep getting new information, and it changes the way that we think. You should not think the same way that you thought 8 years ago. You should not think the same way you thought 5 years ago. There should be things that are different where you're like, yeah, I used to think that way, but now I think this way. That's important for us to get to the life again that we don't need a break from. In our text, 177 mental toughness secrets of the world class, y'all, it says champions are driven by a world class belief system. At the end of the day, your beliefs, your strong beliefs, the beliefs you have, not just around what you're doing for work or around you, around you, your beliefs about yourself, about what you believe to be true, about what you believe to be possible. I hope we've removed all limiting beliefs, and today is just another reminder that we have to start to increase our belief system. We start having to say the affirmations, to have the positive self-talk, to do the good things that are helping us get to the life that we want. Because we know the thesis, if you change your thinking, you change your life. If you change your thinking, you change your life. If you keep thinking about life the same way, you're going to keep getting the same results. So we have to change our thinking. And it says world champions are driven by a world-class belief system. Here's what it says in the text. It says, make no mistake, champions are driven to succeed. Champions are driven to succeed. Many believe that only some people are born with this innate aptitude of ambition. Studies show this isn't true. Champions are driven to win in most cases because they believe they can. If you inherited a treasure map from your best friend, would you be driven to follow the map to find the fortune? So would anyone else. If this is true, why are the majority of people simply trying to survive in a world of wealth and abundance? The answer is simple. They don't believe they can find their own treasure. This doesn't alter the fact that the treasure is there. yet it does change the drive of the performer. The human animal is only driven to the level their belief system will allow. Most of us have been programmed by amateur performers with limited belief systems and subsequently small ambitions. As a result, they tend to attract other amateurs as friends who reinforce these limited beliefs and validate their lack consciousness. This cycle spins out of control until the drive is nearly non existent. Amateurs rationalize their lack of drive with tall tales of bad breaks and unfortunate circumstances. Meanwhile, the champions, no more intelligent or talented, become more focused and driven every day and continue to win. You got to understand, this sentence said the human animal is only driven to the level their belief system will allow. You're only driving your car as fast as you feel comfortable. Your belief system will allow you to either get to the life that you want or it'll take you away from the life that you want. Whatever you believe to be true. If you believe it's possible, you can make it happen. Whether you believe you can or whether you believe you can't, either way, you're right. So our job is to grow our belief system, to believe that what you want to make happen is possible. That's the first step to all of this, is knowing that what you believe is possible and then reinforcing that. That's why I said staying away from the dream stealers, staying away from the negativity, staying away from the people that don't speak life, that don't speak abundance, that have a lack mindset, that have a right kind of poverty mindset, that have small ambitions, the ones that say, "Oh, I don't need much, I don't want much, I don't need anything." Right? Again, that's a limited belief. That's a limited belief. You can have it all. You can have everything that you want if you believe it, if you speak that way to yourself and to others. But that's where this starts with our belief system, ladies and gentlemen. It all starts up here. If I could, again, encourage you to do anything, like Jim Rohn says, work twice as hard on yourself as you do on your job. Work twice as hard on yourself as you do on your business. Work twice as hard on yourself to improve your belief system, to know, to believe that your vision can come to life, however big it is. And it should be big, ladies and gentlemen. It should be a big vision. It should be a big dream. It shouldn't be something small. It shouldn't be like, oh, I just hope to have a house in 2 years, right? Like you can have those things. Those are not big dreams, big visions, God-sized ones where you don't even know how you're going to be able to do that. You don't know how you're going to be able to have the resources to do that. You don't know the man or woman you have to become in order to do that. That vision is what pulls you to build your capacity, to go through the hard times, to go through the adversities, and to still come out on the other side, get back up quickly and say, let's keep rolling. It's only because you have a really big vision. When we have a really small vision, we don't fight through those things. It doesn't keep pushing us. It doesn't keep making us want to get up off the mat after life knocks us down when the vision is small. But when the vision is big and we know we got to get after it, that's when you build that tenacity, you build that grit, you build that resilience to just keep getting up and continuing to fight, ladies and gentlemen. This quote says, in the second grade, they asked us what we wanted to be. I said I wanted to be a ball player, and they laughed. In eighth grade, they asked the same question. I said a ball player, and they laughed a little more. By the 11th grade, no one was laughing. I hope you have that same confidence. You tell people what you want to make happen. You tell your goals and dreams, and you don't care about what other people think about them, and you just keep going. That's how you get to the life. That's how you get to the life you don't need a break from. The action step for today says, generally speaking, is your belief system poverty, middle, or world class? Ask this critical thinking question. Do my drive and ambition mirror my beliefs? Do my drive and ambition mirror my beliefs? You got to ask yourself that question. It says if you're not sure of the answer, check your results in the areas of your life where you exhibit the most ambition. Just know, ladies and gentlemen, this process is going to require you to grow, going to require you to change, going to require you to get bigger, build the capacity you need to handle the life that you're asking for. But it is possible. Remember that on this Monday, May 4th, that it's possible. Whatever life you want, it's possible. Whatever outcome you're trying to get, it's possible. You just have to change. You got to go to work. You got to do some things differently to make sure you get there. I love you guys. I want you to win. You deserve it. Your families deserve it. If nobody tells you, I'll constantly tell you guys. Continue to push yourself to grow, to learn, to expand your being. Take in new information and apply that new information so you can get a new result. Go out, do something that scares you today. I'll see you guys back here on Wednesday. Love you guys. Take care.